All right, welcome back. Part 2 of the 5.4 liter Triton Ford Expedition. And we had a what was it? A P0302, I think it was, for this one. And what I did is the P0302 is the second cylinder misfire. Now, it could be various things, but the first thing I wanted to do was check the ignition coils, and that's these here. And this is cylinder 1, and these little 7mm, I believe, bolts that hold it in place. These go to the injectors, and these are the switches, the connectors that go on top. And then that's the second one there. It's hard to see. It's really complicated. It's always the one that's always like got stuff over it, or it's really hard to get to. And then the connectors right there. But what I did is I pulled it out, went inside, we blew out some water. We used, if you saw part 1, we used a straw to kind of see if there was any water or debris in it. And then we went back in with a compressor, and I blew it out with an air compressor, dried it out. And I took the original one that was in this. Now these were just replaced like a year ago. I took this one out and I popped it in and put it here and switched this one over to there to troubleshoot to see if the code would persist in the cylinder or not. So nothing's come up yet. So if this was a faulty ignition coil, it would have came in as a code for this cylinder, which it hasn't yet. And nothing's come up on this one. Now what I did notice, that when the mechanic put these in at the time that I had him do it, there was no gel on these, so I'm gonna have to go back and re-gel all these because that second one that had the water in it was really kind of corroded and dirty, so this wasn't properly installed. So I will definitely have to go back and redo some work that was done to it. But anyway, it probably will work, I hope. I'm not 100% on it, but I do think we kind of found the problem to it. And hopefully if you get that code, that's something that you can consider as an option, that they're not sealed. I did go around to the other side and notice that those 7mm bolts were loose, and it does allow the seal to be broken on these, and it lifts it up, and there's a chamber in there, and it allows debris and whatnot to get in there, especially water after it just rained recently. So that created some serious arcing, which was creating the misfire. So one of the problems that we were running into when we would get in here and start the car is it would shake really bad. And I'm trying to see if the engine light, I'll have to drive it today and see if the engine light comes back on. But it's not shaking anymore. But yeah, once we get it in gear, we'll see if it persists with that trouble. But it seems to be running smooth. I need to get this thing an oil change. 3,500 miles, yeah, it's time. But anyway, I think we may have fixed the problem. I won't know until I drive it around a bit. I fixed this yesterday, and we haven't had any problems with it yet. Nothing's come up, so hopefully it's a done deal. Thanks for watching for this short video. This is part 2. Hopefully I won't make a part 3. I appreciate you guys' support. Thanks for watching. Take care.